Whether you're 40, 50, or 60, retirement is right around the corner. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why you might want to lock in that retirement home today. Welcome to the show. My name's Rich Sparks, broker owner of Time to Downsize, the real estate company that helps you break the bondage of stuff and live anywhere in the world you want to live. Every day in the U.S., 10,000 people turn the age of 65. 1/3 of them are looking to relocate to a new living situation, whether it's near family, warmer climate, maybe it's simply going from a colonial to a ranch. Hey, are you thinking you're too young for a retirement home? Listen, here's what you do. You call it a secondary home. It sounds really good. So if you're trying to date someone, tell them you have a secondary home. But when you meet their parents, make sure you tell them it's a retirement home. That way they know you're planning for the future. Now, reason number 1. It might be easier to get a mortgage now. Thanks to the Equal Opportunity Credit Act. They have to give you a mortgage regardless of your age. If you're 92 and you want to pull a mortgage and everything else, your debt to earning ratios and all that's fine, they cannot hold back that mortgage from you. However, the big difference of waiting till you're older and retired and doing it now is your income's probably going to decrease, which means your debt to earning ratios are going to change, and you might be able to get more favorable terms and conditions right now versus waiting. Hey, make sure you stick around to the end. I'm going to give you a pretty cool idea on how you can have someone else pay for this retirement home. Reason number 2. Knowing your living expense will help you budget for that retirement. So, right now you can lock in a super low interest rate, historically the lowest ever. I remember the first time I purchased a home, my interest rates were up in the upper single digits. And when I was complaining, other people were like, well, my first one was in the upper double digits. So right now you can lock in super low interest rates. Also, something to consider is you're locking in those taxes. So in 10 states, they have a lock-in, which basically means that your taxes are going to be based on today's value with potential increases for cost of living increases or things of that nature, but very nominal. Whereas if you wait that 10, 15, 20 years down the road, if property values are higher, your taxes will be based on that. That can be a huge difference. Now there's 6 states that locks it in at today's value and it never changes. Most every state in the union will give you this benefit. So reason number 2, part B, is you're locking in those taxes and that's gonna have a long-term effect on you. Hey, did you know the number 1 reason people move in retirement is to move closer to family? The second reason is to reduce expenses. Now, down the way, there are people that move because they just want a warmer climate or want to live on the beach. What would be your reason for moving in retirement? Put your answer down below. Let us know. I'm real curious to see if the number of people watching this is the same as the surveys done here. Reason number 3, the pandemic. Well, that's odd. Well, what's happened is during this pandemic, a lot of businesses have had people work from home. And what they found out is people were just as productive working from home as they were coming into the office every day. Now, we've had several clients take advantage of that and move from California to Michigan, to move to Tennessee and various places, and they're still working in their home state. So you could actually purchase that retirement home today and, depending on your company, move to it. Now, keep in mind, if you're thinking about moving to Canada, there's some tax implications there you've got to be aware of. We can chat. But within the continental United States, that's an option that most people have never had in the past, but a lot of people are experiencing today. So that's reason number 3, is you may be able to get that lifelong home now and move to someplace you're going to be happier and maintain the same job you've had. Now for the bonus. Keep in mind, when I said having someone else pay for it, you do have a couple of options. One is renting it out on a normal rental type situation. You have a long-term tenant that gets in there. You have to collect the money every month. and all those fun things. And some people just don't want to deal with that. A lot of times they'll hire property management companies, which is not a bad option, but make sure you check them out. But another option you have that a lot of people aren't thinking about is short-term leases. What am I talking about, short-term leases? Well, there's lots of companies, some you've probably heard of, some you probably haven't, such as Airbnb, Verbo, or even Flipkey. These are just some of the short-term lease opportunities you have. Now, what's that mean to you? Well, the beauty of this is people are prepaying in advance, so you're never going to have to hunt them down to get your monies. Secondly, they're coming in and out of the property. You're having people come in and clean it in between, so the property tends to stay maintained at a greater level. And third, and part of my favorite of this, is you can still use the property. So if you black out 2 weeks out of the year, 3 weeks out of the year, and say, this is the time I'm gonna go stay in my property, how cool is that? So keep in mind that a short-term rental, there are some tax implications, but you'll be able to help fund and pay down that mortgage quite quickly. Areas and things to consider is a video we're coming out real soon. So real soon we're gonna have this video out on the pros and cons of short-term leases, how to do it, and what it means to you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button because you don't wanna miss that. That should be pretty cool. And what we're doing is we're taking like 15, 20 hours of research and putting it down into 5 minutes for you, because I know you don't have time for 15 to 20 hours of research. Let us do it for you. So buying your retirement home when you're in your 40s or 50s might seem a little crazy to some folks, but when you look at the benefits, when you're locking in those taxes, you're locking in those interest rates, you're possibly having an investment property and letting someone else pay for it, it might make a lot of sense. Hey, if you have any more questions, reach out to us. We're happy to help you. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Rich Sparks. Time to downsize, and you have a great day. Bye now.